This is a cool exercise for young horses and novice riders. It will help improve the novice rider's awareness for what pace they need to travel at for a related distance to ride well. This will enable them to pick up if their pace is off and make the necessary adjustments to their horse's canter stride for the related distance to ride well. It will help the rider on the young horse get a good entry into a related distance, so they can travel through smoothly and correctly. This will build confidence. The gymnastic will work on the horse's balance, agility, and technique. As always, part of the exercise will assist the rider, while other parts will leave you to work things out for yourself. This is a nice easy setup, only 6 jumps and a few cavalettis. So let's start off with a line up the top long side of your arena. So it's 2 canter poles to a vertical, followed by 4 strides to another vertical. And these are the measurements. So it's 3 paces from the first canter pole to the second canter pole. Then from the second canter pole to the vertical, it's 3.5 paces. And then from the first vertical to the second vertical, it's 19 paces for 4 strides. Next, let's do the line down the bottom long side of your arena. So it's an oxer to a vertical and it rides down on 5 strides. So it walks the standard 24 paces. Next, we can build a little gymnastic going diagonally across your arena. So it's a bounce followed by 1 stride to a vertical, and here are the measurements. So it's 3 paces between the 2 cavalettis for the bounce, and it's 7 paces from the last cavaletti to the vertical for the 1 stride. Next, you set up an oxer at an angle like so. That enables you to get this ride to and from it. And finally, you set up these 2 cavalettis as part of your warm-up routine. You set them up 22 paces apart, so they will ride 5 strides as a related distance. And that's it, you're all set up and ready to go. Don't forget there's a link to a JPEG of the course plan for you to download so you can easily build off your phone. So as usual, the warm-up routine is all about the cavalettis. So it's a related distance on 5 strides, and the goal is to get 5 evenly sized strides from one cavaletti to the next. Remember to try and gauge the pace you're traveling at through the related distance. That way you'll have a better idea of what pace works best for the related distance to ride well. This will carry through to when you're doing a related distance over jumps. Don't forget to look at the second cavaletti and try to figure out if you're going to get a good distance to it. Once you're doing the 5 well, try to compress your horse's stride and add a stride and go through it on 6 strides. This is a really good way of training adjustability in your horse's canter stride. It's excellent training for the young horse. Okay, so start off by doing the line with the canter poles on the entry. So the canter poles are there to help you get a good entry into the related distance, which will go a long way towards helping you get a good ride through it. Remember to look at the first canter pole and try to find a nice distance to it. Don't look at the jump to find a distance, only the first pole. Remember to start off small and work your way up. So there really isn't anything complicated about this gymnastic. In fact, it's probably as simple as you can get. That doesn't mean it's not effective though. So you can always do a day where you only jump through the gymnastic a few times on its own. So as always, just focus on getting the first element right and the rest of the gymnastic will work itself out. If you're riding a young horse, keep it really small until he figures it out, and then you can go bigger. Once you're doing part 1 and part 2 well, you're ready to jump the whole exercise. It's a really fun little exercise to ride, so I hope you enjoy riding it as much as I did. Awesome, you made it to the end. So you're the type of person that will really enjoy this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and I'll keep the videos coming.